All right, all right. Welcome everybody. Today is Thursday. I can't believe we are already into our first quarter, second quarter, and in April already. All right, so today we are going to talk about how to overcome obstacles in getting new clients. Okay, getting more clients or new clients. All right. Um, I'm going to talk about three things in general. Before I do that, I just want to let you know that this is going to be pretty not organized today. Be upfront and honest that I didn't have time to prepare, but I'm just going to go based on my experience. Basically, that's what I can do. That's the only thing I can do, right? Go based on my experience and tell you um, my own walk, my own experience, right? So for people that are first starting out, or maybe it doesn't even have to be when you first start out. It could be also when you are maybe a couple of years into your business or whatever you may be doing, right? Um, the number one thing to overcome is the fear of speaking. Like the only way that you're going to generate more business, more clients, customers is to talk to people um, and stop be hiding behind the computer, right? And just especially if you're starting out, right? This is one of the things I learned in network marketing. For those that are in network marketing, I'm not talking about network marketing, but to like they will teach they will when you get into network marketing, they tell you go to your friends and family and sell to them, right? That's not what you want to do, right? What you want to do is you want to tell your friends and family about what you do, but not sell to them, right? That's the key is you let them know if you know anybody, right? Because if your friends and family are not willing to, set aside time to help you to refer other people, then maybe they're not your real friends and family. But anyway, that's a whole different topic in itself. But really, because your warm leads or the warm people in your sphere are the people that are going to help you, right? And so if you commit to doing certain things, let's say for example, if you're a real estate agent and you don't tell others about what you're doing, you may be starting out as a part-time agent, but eventually you want to get to the point of where you're full-time, right? And you're making a living out of being an agent, right? Then go out and tell everybody in your sphere of influence, call them, meet with them, talk to them, and genuinely not to sell to them, but to tell them what you do, right? And that the problem that I think we get into is that we try to sell to them. We're not. We're asking for them for their help, for their, if they know anybody, if they do, mention them. Okay. If you're if you're developing a SaaS, let's say that's basically what I've done this year. I started a SaaS business, um, and to go out there and literally DM, call, text, and you should be making at least minimum 20 contacts per day, right? And that's whether you're an agent, whether you're a business owner. That's the thing that you need to do, right? Now, the second part that I want to talk to you about, the difficulty is that when you do that, because now you're doing it yourself, right? You're doing it, um, and you're making, you yourself you're making these calls, and then all of a sudden you get your first client, and then you get your second client, and that outreach stops as a result of you taking care of your customers or your transaction, right? The problem that is that you haven't developed a system, right? And so how do you overcome that obstacle where now you're going from marketing to operations? You need to create a system, either have somebody else call, right? Um, and the problem is that a lot of times when you try to hire somebody, they may not be, they're not going to be like you, right? They're So unless you hire somebody that knows what they're doing, and that's going to cost money or higher commission or whatever, right? So that might not be an option. Or you have a secondary means of outreach that continues without you being involved, right? And that because in this world, because in there's so many different options available. A lot of times people just go from one marketing to another, right? So, well, I think the I wouldn't say there really isn't one solution. It really depends on how what you're good at, right? And so one method of marketing may not necessarily mean that that's the way, right? There's so many different ways of generating leads, generating people to talk to, right? So I'm not gonna go into the various methods, but all I'm saying is in this the second portion of what I'm talking about, how to overcome the obstacle, is that you need to figure out that system, right? Of continuing the marketing while you take care of the transaction side or the operational side of the business, right? And that system, one of the systems that I strongly encourage, um, people might say it's not, but you need to start accumulating email addresses and develop an email list because email is not dead. Okay, social media gets all the glory right nowadays in this day and age because of people are on social media because of this phone, right? But email will always and will continue to be the way to reach people, right? And how you do that by whether newsletter, and nowadays it's not even newsletter, it's text messaging, right? And so you need to start developing your database of people, name, email, text, phone numbers, and their history if you can, right? That's it's a lot to unpack here, but okay. And then lastly, the last thing that I want to talk about is if you want a shortcut, right? How do you overcome the obstacle? That's really the title. How do you overcome the obstacle of getting more clients, right? The third way is get help. And so for me, for example, right now, I am developing my SaaS platform, which is pro360.io. If you want to check it out, go ahead. It's pro360.io. So I'm developing that SaaS business. The reasoning behind it, I'm not going to go into it, but so, I could take the path of where I try to figure out everything on my own, or I can get the shortcut. And so I recently signed up with a coaching program. It's called Agency Alliance, and they teach agency as well as SaaSpreneurs, SaaS, people that are developing SaaS, and they basically coach you. There's coaching calls twice a week. It's not one-on-one; it's group coaching, but they give you the framework to, you know, develop your business. And so, would you rather develop it on your own or would you rather have help? Right. And so, um, and if you want to go check it out, I will put the link in the description later on. Um, I strongly recommend it. The cost is $297 per month. I do have an affiliate link at the bottom that I'm going to put in the description, um, where the first month is $99, right? But I totally um, like, yeah, that coaching that I've been on since I think it's been about a month. I mean, it has really paved the way um, to get guidance, accountability, uh, and I think with any courses or any program or anything that you buy, you get what you put into it, right? So what I mean by that is basically I could have bought this course, right? Just absorbed it, but if I don't take action on it, then it's of no use, right? So you really the 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 most people, I think, in my opinion, right? They absorb, but they don't implement and execute, right? And if they do, they execute too many things. right? And so um, that's one of the struggles I think most entrepreneurs, most business owners struggle with, is that they have such a huge number of things that they have to do that they get overwhelmed. And so you have to dissect and really do things and finish it to completion. So um, so my thing is, this coaching call is something that I would recommend because it has helped me with my SaaS as well as my marketing agency as well, right? And so, and for 297, it's well worth it because even if I get one customer per month out of it, it pays for itself in 10 times. Okay. Um, Now, if you are now that's agency alliance would be beneficial for, if you're a marketing agency or if you're developing a SaaS, I definitely recommend being part of that group. Now, if you are a business owner, specifically real estate agents and investor, more specifically agents, because that's actually what I'm trying to develop my Pro 360. Um, what I'm developing for Pro 360 right now is to help real estate agents and brokers basically turn their business into an organized system, CRM marketing system that basically automates and creates into a profit revenue generating uh, system on autopilot. And so right now I'm on a mission to help 10 real estate agents and brokers, right? And if you happen to be one of them, then please reach out to me and talk to me because right now I have two. So I'm looking to help. And so um, now goes back to coaching, right? Why am I looking for 10 specifically is because you get, so right now I'm in the startup phase of my SaaS, right? And so my goal is to develop a framework. And so in order for me to do that, I have to talk to these 10 people on a regular basis and then get feedback and help them to turn their business into that ecosystem, right? Basically, so that they can um, continue to generate clients, customers, and attract business to them, as well as do automatic out, as well as do automatic outreach, um, while they do what they're good at, which is basically talking to their customers, talking to their clients, taking care of the transaction, and closing on transactions, right? That's what most business owners should be doing, is generating more business and let the system and their team take care of their business, right? So all in all, I talked about the three things, which is the first one. Let me see, what was the first one? So I'm going back to was not talking to enough people, right? And that is at the very beginning, and even continues to be, right? Even if you're into this business for, 5 years, 10 years, you have to go back and talk to the people, right? I don't think I have ever, even when I bought my house first time, the real estate agent that sold the house to me, I don't think he's ever called us back. So that's why is that? I don't get it. Okay. Second is developing systems and teams to help you to build a business and not a self-employed, right? Basically, you doing everything yourself, right? And then third, getting coaching. If you happen to be, a SaaS or a marketing agency, I strongly recommend Agency Alliance because I'm part of that right now. And then if you happen to be a real estate agent and investor, go check out pro360.io. Reach out to me if you would like to be part of the 10 people that I have a mission to help this month, next month, right? So anyway, thanks for watching, and let me know if there's any questions before I go. Um, yeah, the reason um, I just didn't have time to prepare, but I hope that this session was helpful for you to get to get um, something out of it. All right. It looks like there's usually a 30-second, maybe 15 to 20, 30 seconds delay. So I just want to hold on and make sure that there's no questions before I sign off. All right. It looks like there's no questions. I do have people writing on YouTube and asking questions, but I do respond to them within 24 hours. So if you do have any questions after this live is over, write your questions in the comments below and I will get to them when I get to them. All right. Have a nice week and I'll see you next week. Okay. Bye.